It isn't just a horse that caters to the speed, but also the whip used to lash. Likewise, to obtain the speeds you deserve from your Intel Core i5 10th generation CPU, it is vital to pair it with a decent motherboard with full support for all of its specs. However, with the latest Comet Lake CPU's lineup, Intel has moved to a new chipset and a new socket type. This makes choosing the best motherboard for Intel Core i5 10600k, i5 10th Gen, a lot tougher as Intel's 10th Gen CPUs no longer share the support for older motherboards. To get more information on any of these products, check out the links in the description box below for more information, and don't forget to subscribe to Gaming Gadgets Geek's YouTube channel. Starting our list with Gigabyte Z490 Vision G. The Gigabyte Z490 Vision G is one of the decent motherboards available for Intel Core i5 10600k under the budget category. Gigabyte needs no introduction to the peripheral industry. The latest motherboards lineup from Gigabyte took the brand to new heights with the most modern features and pleasing price tags. Gigabyte has incorporated the latest Z490 chipset and the new LGA 1200 CPU socket on their Vision G model, making it compatible for the latest Comet Lake CPUs from Intel's lineup, including the new Intel Core i5 10600k. Speaking of the aesthetics of the Gigabyte Z490 Vision G, the motherboard sports a classy look with a black, gray, and white combination. It might not please those who expect fancy looks, but this is a cherry on the cake of those who love to keep their build minimal looking. With the direct 12+ one-phase digital VRM solution that can deliver up to 50 amps, the Gigabyte Z490 Vision G is not meant for extreme overclockers, but a moderate user cannot go wrong choosing this. A beefy heatsink covers the VRMs with a direct touch heat pipe intended for optimal cooling. As far as networking is concerned, the Gigabyte Z490 Vision G boasts a 2.5 GBE port that can provide up to 2 times faster transfer speeds compared to the traditional Gigabit Ethernet port. It also features XFOS Speed, which is a network traffic management application that is intended to improve network latency and to maintain low ping times to deliver better responsiveness in crowded LAN environments. Speaking of the storage, this motherboard comes with dual-mode M2 slot design. It supports both the PCIe NVMe and the SATA M2 disks. As far as SATA ports are concerned, it has 6 SATA 6GB per second ports. The motherboard has 4 DDR4 DIMM sockets with cumulative support up to 128 GB. On the audio side, the Gigabyte Z490 Vision G is backed by the Realtek ALC1200 VB codec and has 245.1 and 7.1 channel with support for SPDIF out. It has 3 PCIe 3.0 running at X16 and 2 PCIe X1 slots. At number 2, it's MSI MPG Z490 Gaming Edge Wi-Fi. Add the touch of Wi-Fi to your PC build with the MSI MPG Z490 Gaming Edge Wi-Fi motherboard while still being on your budget. The MSI MPG Z490 Gaming Edge Wi-Fi motherboard is one of the decent, if not the best motherboards available on the market in the affordable range. It has everything that you would typically look for in a flagship motherboard. The PCB of the motherboard is made in 6 layers to ensure durability and performance. The MSI MPG Z490 Gaming Edge Wi-Fi boasts a 12+1+1 power system that is adequate for powering the 10th generation CPUs from Intel. It comes with a pre-installed I/O shield that makes the handling of the motherboard easier. Speaking of the wireless capability, this motherboard is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.1 functionality to ensure seamless connectivity, especially during your hardcore gaming sessions. The MPG Z490 also comes with the cutting-edge 2.5 GB per second Ethernet LAN for applications that demand high bandwidth and low latency connectivity. The 2 M2 slots run at PCIe Gen3x4 maximizes performance for NVMe-based SSDs and comes covered with built-in thermal shields that help prevent throttling and bottlenecks from faster operations. The motherboard is all covered in aluminum heatsinks to help in heat dissipation and ensures the processor runs at its optimal speeds. The reinforced PCIe 4.0 slot can provide transfer bandwidth up to 64 GB per second. The device boasts a total of 4 DDR4 DIMM slots with maximum support for 128 GB. It has 6 SATA ports with a maximum transfer rate of 6 GB per second. The MSI MPG Z490 Gaming Edge Wi-Fi motherboard is one of the cheapest Wi-Fi motherboards available for the Intel Core i5 10600k on the market. It has a decent build quality that seems promising extreme usage with an adequate power solution on board. The best thing is that the motherboard comes installed with the iOS Shield for hassle-free installation. Be it for a moderate user or a pro user, the MSI MPG Z490 Gaming Edge Wi-Fi motherboard can be your go-to solution. At number 3, it's Asus ROG Strix Z490i Gaming. The Asus ROG Strix Z490i Gaming Wi-Fi motherboard can be your go-to solution if you are looking for a mid-range motherboard with flagship-like features for your build. The Asus ROG Strix Z490i Gaming is one of the best ITX motherboards available for the latest Comet Lake CPUs from Intel. It runs on Intel's latest Z490 chipset and the new LGA 1200 CPU socket. Being the ITX standard, the Asus ROG Strix Z490i feels compact and is well engineered to reflect the effective space management on the PCB. Though the motherboard has a compact form factor, it still is packed with a lot of useful features and performance. Despite its size, the motherboard has an impressive 8+2 power stage that is capable of pushing your 10th gen Intel CPUs to great speeds. Asus has incorporated the DG Plus voltage regulator module on this motherboard. The DG Plus VRMs are one of the finest in the industry, promising smooth and clean power delivery to the CPU. To meet the demands of the latest Intel processors, the ROG Strix Z490i Gaming uses 8+2 power stages for combining high-side and low-side MOSFETs and drives into a single package. This ITX motherboard from Asus has support for a total of 2 DIMM slots with maximum support for 64GB DDR4 memory across the 2 slots at a maximum frequency of 4800 MHz. The 2 M2 slots support both SATA and PCIe 3.0x4 modes. Speaking of networking, the ROG Strix Z490i boasts an onboard Wi-Fi 6 with ultra-fast wireless networking speeds, better performance, and improved capacity. It also has the support for 2.5G Ethernet, which is promising to give up to 2.5x improved speeds over the traditional Ethernet connections. This motherboard has the Asus exclusive S1220A incorporated with the built-in SuperMUX audio technology that ensures an immersive audio experience. The motherboard also comes with a pre-mounted iOS Shield for easier installation. If you are in the market for an ITX form factor motherboard for your Intel Comet Lake build, look no further than the Asus ROG Strix Z490i Gaming Wi-Fi. The networking capabilities of this board are no less than expensive flagship motherboards. The 8+2 power stages on these devices make it stand out in the ITX motherboards lineup. At number 4, it's Asus ROG Maximus 12 Apex. The Asus ROG Maximus 12 Apex is one of the decent builds in the Asus lineup with the best compatibility for the Intel Core i5-10600k. There are many Z490 motherboards on the market, and there is the Asus ROG Maximus 12 Apex overruling them all. The Maximus 12 Apex is one of the best, if not the best high-end motherboards available for the Intel Core i5-10600k. Asus has mastered the art of balancing performance and price constraints when it comes to producing motherboards. Asus has mastered the art of balancing performance and price constraints when it comes to producing motherboards. Speaking of the looks, the Maximus 12 Apex has a matte black finish with an occasional splash of grays and steel. The PCB feels sturdy and appears promising to last longer. Most of the components are all covered under metallic heatsinks for efficient thermal management. There are 2 PCIe X16 slots and a PCIe X1 and PCIe X4 slot with an additional M2 slot for those who prefer an onboard M2 SSD than one attached to the DIMM M2 module. As far as networking is concerned, the Asus ROG Maximus 12 Apex boasts an onboard Wi-Fi 6 with ultra-fast wireless networking speeds. On the other hand, it has Intel's 2.5G Ethernet that has an improvised bandwidth and speeds of over 2.5x than that of the traditional Ethernet ports. The 70 power stages on this motherboard come in use for the overclocking enthusiasts. With the AI overclocking features, you can sit and relax while the motherboard does the job for you by tuning automatically to the optimal configuration. The Asus ROG Maximus 12 Apex Z490 is undoubtedly a decent choice for those who are looking for a build using the Intel Core i5-10600k CPU. It is priced decently for its offerings. The design is impressive for those who kind of love minimal looks. It has a robust VRM that doesn't let the overclocking enthusiasts down. At number 5, it's MSI Meg Z490 Godlike Gaming Motherboard. The MSI MEG Z490 Godlike Gaming Motherboard is the best-in-class premium motherboards available for the Intel Comet Lake range of CPUs. If you are looking for a premium motherboard to take your PC build to the extremities, look no further than the MSI MEG Z490 Godlike Gaming Motherboard. As the name implies, it offers killer performance with industry-class features. However, with great specs comes a greater price tag. If you can go past the affordability factor, the rest is magic. The motherboard comes with a black and chrome-themed PCB with 8 layers that make it feel massive. It offers 3 full-length X16 PCI, of which the top slot is directly attached to the CPU, whereas the bottom 2 share lanes with the top slot. Speaking of the M2 slots, the MSI MEG Godlike boasts a total of 3 M2 slots with a dual-sided cooling solution to prevent bottlenecks during operation. Speaking of the power delivery capabilities of this motherboard, the MSI MEG Z490 Godlike Gaming Motherboard comes with a beastie 16-phase power solution with 1698 power stages. MSI has incorporated its own titanium choke 3 to take the quality of the VRM to the next level. The MSI Godlike hosts an incredible set of connectivity options with a dual NIC that has support for 10 Gbps and 2.5 Gbps LAN. It has the cutting-edge Wi-Fi 6 protocol and also supports Bluetooth 5.1. On the I/O ports, it has 6 USB 2.0 ports, 8 USB 3.2 Gen 1 ports, 5 USB 3.2 Gen 2 10 GB per second ports, and also dual Thunderbolt 3 ports. The MSI MEG Z490 Godlike is one of the premium motherboards available on the market with a beastie VRM network and incredible cooling solution on board. On the other hand, the dual LAN feature with support to a maximum of 10 GB per second enables uninterrupted connectivity, especially for the gaming enthusiasts out there. If you can pay the price, the MSI MEG Z490 Godlike is not going to let you down. And with that we come to the end of our review. No matter what your tastes, I'm pretty sure you'll find something here that works well for you, and I'm confident you'll enjoy it. Until next time, have fun.